Yo guys, what is up with here with another video on the channel? Something a little different I'm gonna do that I'm gonna try out today. Kind of go ahead and mix up the video in terms of what I cover. I'm gonna do as you see on the screen on the left side we have the prize picks, which we always do. But on the right side we have the odds for the games or tomorrow's slate of games for Euros and Copa America. So I'm gonna kind of try this out. This is probably gonna be a longer video than usual, way longer, as we're gonna cover the teams, the outcomes, kind of trying to work through those. Now, again, I just want to preface by saying that these are not all predictions that I would take personally, but some of these would be my locks. Some of these, and I'll tell you in the video, would be my locks to, that I would play or I am gonna probably play. But not all. Obviously wouldn't take a bet for every single game, but I'm kind of gonna give you my lean, which way I'm leaning on each game as we start the video. So we're gonna go ahead and first and start with France versus Poland. We see France is gonna have to, probably finally play how they're supposed to. I feel like in the last two games, France has not looked amazing as they usually do. And of course, there's a lot of things that come through that. The first game, we thought maybe the first game was not an amazing game for France, but we felt like for the second game they'd be a lot more prepared, right? But in the second game, obviously Mbappe broke his nose. He didn't play the second game, and it was a draw against Netherlands. So this game, Mbappe is predicted to start, I would believe. And Poland has probably been the worst team from this whole group. And I think this is an easy, as you see in the money line, they're a 385 favorite on France. And I think it's an easy, I think this is one I would play because I feel like, and it's only 385. I feel like anything can happen still. Poland, they still have been the worst, but France is the clear favorite here. And France is probably where I'm leaning on this matchup right here for this game. Now let's go ahead into Netherlands versus Austria, the second slate, and both of these games are going to be played at the same time. The France versus Poland and Netherlands versus Austria. Same thing with Denmark versus Serbia and England versus Slovenia at a later time slot. But there's going to be two simultaneous games at 2 hours at two times of the day tomorrow. So again, Netherlands versus Austria. Again, I feel like this is going to be a very close game as well. I think Austria's been surprisingly well. Has it been a great surprise? They've been playing surprisingly well. Netherlands, I feel like they still lack something, although they do have more firepower. I think that this group is going to come down to these last round of games. So I feel like Netherlands just has the more firepower on top. They have even like with their fullbacks, Dumfries, Ake is there. Some of them play center back, some of them plays left back. But yeah, they have Cody Gakpo. They have obviously Virgil van Dijk, and I think the quality is going to come out in this game. And they are in even, so which means they are not exactly the favorite, but it's kind of a double your money play as compared to the draw or the away money line you see right here for Austria. But I am leaning towards Netherlands. Again, this is not one that I would probably play because I am leaning towards Netherlands, although I am not too sure. I feel like this game is too close to call. But my lean is on the Netherlands just because of the quality. And I feel like that's going to shine through in this last round of matchups. The third game that we're going to cover is Denmark versus Serbia. Denmark has also been very good. As we've seen against England, they got a draw. And I think obviously Denmark is very good, but I think part of that is also the fact that England is kind of not playing to their full potential as well. We see England, I don't know, I've seen comparisons like, this guy's Southgate, the coach for England. He has a Ferrari, but, he drives it at 60 miles per hour at max, right? So that's kind of the comparison that's going on here. So I feel like Denmark is definitely kind of squeak out of win. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I do think in the end, Denmark has the more quality, and they'll come out on top right here over Serbia. Now let's cover the England versus Slovenia matchup. England versus Slovenia. Obviously, England clear-cut favorite. You see a minus 290, and these are odds as of now. These odds probably change throughout the day. But England versus Slovenia, I think that's an easy play. If you're gonna take England, I think you're gonna have to. I'm gonna play Slovenia. This is one I would take England. I would definitely play them, and I don't think there is any other way that England loses. So I think it's an easy play. England has to shine or they're out. It would be a huge failure if they lose. So they have to win here. Now let's move on to the Copa America. We only have two matchups tomorrow. We have Peru versus Canada and Chile versus Argentina. Let's go ahead and cover the first one. Peru versus Canada. You see, there's no clear-cut favorite, although the odds are a little bit more in favor of Canada. And although I've seen some predictions that they see Peru might win, but this is also one that I wouldn't play personally, because I don't think that this is a clear-cut result. I feel like if I would have to lean again, it would have to be lean on the draw. Although I'm leaning more towards, like, I know there's places where you can do Canada or draw. That's probably my personal take. I would do like a Canada, double chance, a Canada draw result. If you want to go ahead and take the Canada one, I don't blame you for that. But personally, I think Canada draw double chance would be my play on this one. Like I said, I'm not playing. I think it's too close to call again, and I feel like it would be too tough, to decide the outcome on this one. Although Peru and Chile did draw, and then Canada lost against Argentina, but I think Canada played a pretty good game against Argentina, considering the type of team Argentina is. I think Argentina, although they don't have that quality that maybe other teams have, maybe like some Europe players, or I would say even in quality Brazil's better, but I think overall Argentina is just a better team. They just play better as a team. Like I said, they don't have a Vinicius and a Rodrigo and a Rafinha and other players, like even defenders like Eder Militao or Martinelli or players like that, right? But I think as a whole, Argentina is the best team in terms of a team, like a team that plays well cohesively. Argentina is the best. And I think Canada played a very good game against that Argentina, especially in that Argentina with Messi. But I do think, I don't know, I want to say that Canada has a bit more quality than Peru, especially with Alfonso Davis, of course. Buchanan, they have more players overseas in top leagues. But again, this is not a game that I would play in terms of like putting my money on it. But if you're telling me the lean, it's probably like a Canada draw double chance on this one. And then finally, the last game that I'm going to cover, Chile versus Argentina. Again, Argentina is a clear favorite. You see minus 225. Chile, I think, could be a very good team, but I don't think they have the quality right now or anymore to beat Argentina. I think Argentina, I think they'll make it to the final without losing. I think Argentina is just riding too high. Like I said before, Argentina is probably the best team, like cohesively, that plays together as a team. They play together as a team. It's kind of they play for each other, or more like they're playing for Messi. A lot of people say Argentina plays for Messi, and I agree. I feel like Argentina players are trying to do everything to just build up Messi's legacy, which is awesome. I feel like some teams should do that more. Maybe Brazil should do that more with Neymar or stuff like that. But Argentina, I feel like their success in the World Cup, even in recent times, they made it to the World Cup in 2014. Then the Copa America, they also won it. But I feel like that success comes from, really just playing for Messi and trying to build up that legacy, which I think is great. Probably maybe go down as a GOAT, but I'm going too off on the tangent. And I think Argentina probably shines through. I don't think they play the best game against Canada. I think they're going to ramp up here and probably get a good win over Chile. And now that we have covered all the matchups for tomorrow's slate of games, let's go and cover and see some of the few player picks that we're going to see tomorrow. And of course, maybe I don't want to do too many as I'm used to. I know this is going to be a longer video, but I do want to cover a few. And of course, I'm going to start off, by every matchup in order of the matchups that we covered. I'm going to start off by France. And something that I noticed right now, I kid you not, I was looking at the price picks before I started this video. And obviously, Mbappe is one of the ones you're always going to look at because Mbappe is going to be playing. Mbappe is the main French player. But his shots, if you see right here, this one was taken off and it just came back right now. The line was at 4.0 exactly. And as you see right here, they just brought it back. They have a Goblin at 2.5 or 3.5 even, which is weird. And then Demon at 4.5 and 5.5. Obviously, he didn't play the last matchup. I don't know if you guys can see right here. He didn't play the last matchup, but he did have. Wait, why is this not popping up? You know what? Let's just open the whole. Okay, there we go. You see the stats. Against Austria, he had 4 shots. So I think you're pretty safe taking on any of the goblins that you want to see right here at 2.5 or even 3.5. If you're going to take a goblin, obviously take a 2.5. The 3.5 probably worth the same. 4.5 shots is already over, but I wouldn't guess on this one. These demons, I wouldn't take that one. But if you're going to take anything for Mbappe, definitely take the 2.5 over. I think that's definitely one that he's going to get over. And then Mbappe shots on target 2.5, one against Austria. I would take the under on this one. I think in terms of top shots, I mean, you can't even take the under, my back, but this is not one that I would take for him at all. 2.5 shots on target is a little high for me, so I would take the under if that was available. And then let's go ahead and see for France, other players. So Adrien Rabiot, 62.5 is the last time against Netherlands. Against Austria had 39, so 52.5 is a line here. This is a weird one for me. He got so low against Austria, but he had so much higher against Netherlands. Maybe because, towards the end, I feel like France was the aggressor. They were the ones trying to score, so they had the ball in those last maybe like 10, 15 minutes of the game. This one, I also like the over on this one as well. I think he'll barely get over this line. France has to come out and beat Poland, one way or another. I think they have to come out and dominate the ball. So I like the over on this one for France. And then Antoine Griezmann, as we see right here, the line is at 2.5 shots. As you see, against Netherlands, he had 5 shots. Against Austria, he had 2. So obviously, there's a Goblin play of 1.5 shots, and then a Demon 3.5. It's just a weird line to have, or 2.5 on the Demon. Although I do like this Demon play, 2.5 shots. I think he can get 3 shots easily. Like I said, I think they have to come out and win this game. I think there's gonna be a lot of shots. I think France might want to come out and win in good fashion, like in making a statement, scoring 3 or 4 goals. So I do like this one for Antoine Griezmann on the over on 2.5. And then we're going to go ahead and cover a few of Poland. And like I said, this is going to be a long video. Oh, I keep misspelling for some reason. All right, so right here. Poland. We're going to go ahead and see goalie saves. Let's see, it's probably easier to search them up like this. Okay, so for Poland, where is he? Well, they don't have the Poland one here. Okay, so I thought they did, but obviously these are always changing. But for Poland, let's go ahead and do just 1 or 2 that I want to see. Is obviously Robert Lewandowski. 1.5 shots is a regular line. As you see right here, 0-0. But that's weird. Although let me double check if he's been playing for them for sure. What's up with this? So yeah, Lewandowski hasn't been playing. You see right here. Something that I haven't even noticed. Obviously, I haven't been watching Poland too much, but obviously he hasn't been playing, so I'll probably stay away from this one. I don't know if it's confirmed yet that he's playing. But right here, maybe like Frankowski, who is 30.5 passes is a line. I like the under on this one. I really do believe that Frankowski can get under this line because, as you see against Netherlands, which is a team better than Poland, he got under 30.5. France, I think they're gonna have to come out and play, like I said, and dominate the ball. So I like the under 30.5 passes for Frankowski right here. And now let's go ahead and cover a few more for the other matchups. Tomorrow we have England. Bukayo Saka is probably, I would say, one of the most consistent players has been for England. I feel like he's the most, up and down player. Running up and down the wing, he can attack, he can defend. I feel like he's a more, like I said, more consistent, more like he has a very high work rate. So I like some of the props for him, like in terms of shots you see right here, but there's also a goblin play. I like the goblin play more than 2.0. You see the regular one is 2.0 and then the demon is 3.5. I like the goblin play for him. I think this is an easy one. Like I said, England has to be Slovenia. They haven't been playing well. They're under a lot of pressure. They're under, the microscope of that English media. They're like pretty much, pretty much putting all the pressure on them to win and win in good fashion. I think England has to come out and win by 3 or 4 goals against Slovenia. So I like a bunch of these, like 31.5 passes for Bukayo Saka. I like the over on this one as well. He's been kind of consistent around that 30 mark. Serbia, he had 32. Denmark, he had 29. Denmark is a better team. I think he gets over this one as well. And this is one for all of you guys that I really hope Cole Palmer starts. I feel like if Cole Palmer starts, they have a big, even higher chance of winning this game. And this is one that I would take. So if he starts, I would say if you guys are waiting till the last, hour or the hour before the match when they announce the lineups, if Cole Palmer starts, I would take the over on him. I think Cole Palmer is such a great player. He's just so smart offensively. He knows, he reads, like the goalkeeper and everything. He knows how to take shots, when to take shots. He knows how to find the spaces to take shots. So if Cole Palmer starts tomorrow, I would definitely like taking the over on 0.5 goals. This is maybe one that I personally believe in too much. Maybe I believe in Cole Palmer a little too much. But 0.5 goals for Cole Palmer, I'll take the over. And even the 1.5 shots, the Goblin right here, is another one that I would take for sure on him. And then the last one I want to cover for England is obviously one of their main players in Jude Bellingham. You see right here. So Jude Bellingham is pretty much a midfielder. He can be very defensive, or he can be very, join on the attack. So he's gonna have his shots right here too. 1.5 shots. He's only had one this whole tournament. So you see, I don't recommend Demon at all. If you were to take anyone on this one, I kind of do like the under. This is not one that I'm leaning heavily on, but I feel like Jude Bellingham is not going to be the the main guy taking shots. England has to put in players that are going to be more offensive and require more from their players. They have to ask for one of the players like Saka, Foden, Harry Kane, or even like I said, the other player's name. I already forgot his name, but it was Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. Those are the guys that have to take the shots. So I like the under 1.5 shots for Jude Bellingham. And then one of the last ones. So this is kind of the last one that we're gonna look up right here. So we're gonna look up Argentina, and obviously we have, where is he? The main man, Messi. You see how many props there's for Messi. But here we go. 43.5 passes attempted for Messi. I kind of like the under on this one. As you see against Canada, he had 44. I think Chile is a very, strong, more physical team, like in terms of tackling and, getting to the opponent and like fouling and making the game very hard. If you guys saw Chile versus Peru and that draw, it was very physical. I think he gets under this line, 43.5 passes attempted. I feel like Chile is going to play a very aggressive game, in terms of like what I mean by aggressive, not in terms of like being hyper offensive, but more in terms of like getting very structured on defense and midfield, and getting tackles in, getting fouls in, trying to disrupt all the Argentina play. So I like the under on Messi on 43.5 passes attempted. Another one that I do like for Messi is the assist. I don't know about the goals as much, but if we talk about assists, I think Messi is probably the best assister that Argentina has. Undoubtedly, I don't think many people might say he might be the best goal scorer, but I think he's an even greater assister than he's a goal scorer for Argentina. I think that Messi is great at finding people open. So I think he could get another assist in this game for sure. I know it's a team in play, but it's one that I really do believe in and that I'm leaning on. And then Rodrigo De Paul, 58.5 passes against Canada. He has 62. This is a difficult line for me. I think Rodrigo De Paul, he's everyone calls him Messi's bodyguard on the field, which is funny. But against Chile, this is I know this one's a very tough one for me. I'm leaning on the under on this one though, and just barely. I know against Canada they had over, but it's the same, process that I have with Messi's passes attempted. I think Chile is going to be very tough in midfielder, like to crack. I think Argentina still wins, like I do believe that, but I think Chile is going to be very aggressive, very eager to get in tackles and stuff. So I kind of barely like the under on this one, but this is not one that I'll play. But this is just a difficult one that I see for them. And then I know that was the last one that I said I was going to take, but let's go and look at the Netherlands players. And you see right here, Cody Gakpo on shots against Austria. So as you see right here, his official line is 2.0. Although if it was 2.5, I would take the under. But Austria's been one of the good teams, better teams. They've been very consistent in how they play against big teams, against France. That was a very close game. But Cody Gakpo, 2.0 shots is the line. If I were anyone, I would rather take the Goblin. I don't want to risk taking the over-under on this one. I think the Goblin, he can hit easily. Obviously, it's a Goblin, it's an easy play. But, as you see against France, he had 1. Against Poland, he had 5. I think Austria is a way better team than Poland. So I think I like the over on 1.5 on that Goblin right there. I feel like that's a good take. And then another one that I want to take, as you guys we can see for Netherlands, is Virgil van Dijk. We see in the shots, he's averaging 1 over the last 2 games, Poland and France, and a lot of his shots can come from set pieces in terms of headers and stuff. So I like the over on this one. I feel like he's very reliable when it comes to taking at least 1 shot. Sometimes he might even take a shot from long distance, but being that he is one of the top players and center backs for Netherlands, I think he can 1 shot in off a corner, off a cross from a set piece. So I really like the over on 0.5 shots for Virgil van Dijk. And then I promise this is the last one that I'm going to cover. Although I wish maybe I should do another video, covering these only instead. And maybe I will split them up in the future, but we'll see. So Jeremy Frimpong is one that I was very impressed by. from Netherlands. I really like how he plays. He's, an all-out wingback. He'll attack, with no mercy. He's always stepping in the opponent's box. So 1.5 shots is his line. And I do like the over on this one as well. I think he's Netherlands relies on him a lot to come down the wing and attack. So I do like the over on 1.5 shots for Jeremy Frimpong. I feel like he's almost Netherlands almost over reliant, but I feel like Jeremy Frimpong, that's his strength. He can defend, but he can also get very close to the opponent's box and get across in or even a shot. So I like the over on 1.5 shots for Jeremy Frimpong. And now with that, this is the end of the video. I know this is a very long video that I'm gonna put out, and I'm kind of gonna I have to look at how I split this up, or even maybe doing less PrizePicks videos, or maybe doing less picks overall in this huge video. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. How you guys like this format? Maybe if I should just split it up instead, or maybe I should just keep doing this. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Keep commenting. I love all the comments of you guys taking the picks, or which picks you guys like. But let me know how you guys like this, and let me know how I should continue providing this content for you guys. Thank you.